What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mikey Yourself, and this week's video is going to be pretty short. It's just kind of a follow-up to my video on engine oil and trying to get your engine temps down. So during that process, if you saw, I used the Lucas 50 weight, so that's straight weight on this in my motorcycle, in my 17 Road Glide to be specific, to see what I can do about bringing down the engine temp. And after making that change, I went for a ride, and the only thing I saw different was the motor ran much quieter. It was very noticeable, so that kind of surprised me. But my temperatures, or the temperature that I was tracking, didn't really change. And the temperature I was tracking was engine temperature, which in my video I had mentioned that, you know, it makes sense to me that oil temp probably follows suit, right? Probably somewhere close to it. I'm wrong. So what I mean by that is, after I did that run, I still hit 350 degrees. Yeah, I didn't get the outcome that I was looking for, thinking that the oil would resolve the problem. So I removed the lowers from the Road Glide, did another ride, and it did cool it down a little bit. I think I hit about 320, maybe 330. So I didn't hit the 350, doing the exact same ride in about the same ambient temperatures. So that did improve. So obviously in my mind, I'm thinking, great, I have a wind flow problem. But what didn't make sense to me is lowers are not unique to those bikes that have the liquid cooled system. There are many people that ride with lowers that don't have this issue. So I figured there's got to be something else. I'm missing something. And that's when I did actually some more research, and I looked at some more of the DK Customs, I think is their channel name, videos. And like I said, they've got a ton of it based on engine heat and course products that they sell in order to help resolve that issue. But I caught one that I had missed previously, and that was them talking about the difference between engine temperature and oil temperature, and not to go based off the engine temp, even trying to correlate them, right? So what I did is I went out and purchased an aftermarket digital dipstick that not only measures the fluid level, which is convenient, so you don't have to pull it out or whatever. You just hit the button and bam, full or you're not full, right? And it also gives you oil temperature, and it's direct. So I went for another ride, and I'm going to see if I can put like a little picture here showing what my engine temp was, and then here's what my oil temp was. So you can see there's a significant difference between the two values, right? And that now lets me know that my motor, from an oil perspective, is running at the appropriate temperatures. So I think that had I been running the 2050, I probably would have been on the higher end. Running the thicker stuff, the 50 weight straight, is probably still the right answer based on my ambient temperatures out here. But it also lets me know that I probably would have been in the safe zone there. So ultimately, at the end of the day, I would say this: if you're worrying about your oil temperature, get yourself the digital dipstick, aftermarket. So don't get the Harley one unless you want to buy genuine Harley parts and pay genuine Harley prices, because it's damn near $200 for that thing. Get the aftermarket one. I think I brought mine off of eBay, and it was, I want to say, about $100 or so, something like that. Still not dirt cheap, but it's worth its money when you put it in there, and you don't have to question whether or not your oil is running above temperature. Now, all that said, I still have an engine heat problem. That sucker just radiates. And what I did notice is on my last ride, kind of was using my hand, you know, placing it around, you know, by the engine as I was riding, trying to figure out like where I had the least amount of wind flow coming through, and it 100% is on that back cylinder head, and that is while I was going down the highway at about 65, 70 miles an hour. So my question to you all is, what have you done outside of putting like love jugs or any of that stuff, just to overall improve the airflow over your cylinder heads. If you've got an idea, you found a product, I was even thinking like, you know, is there something out there where it's a tube system, something that blends well with the bike, of course, not this ugly looking thing, but some way to kind of catch the air as you're passing through to reroute it behind your cylinder head, right? To get that airflow going in. I don't know if something like that already exists, or maybe it's something I could figure out, right? Like, you know, Lord knows I need a 3D printer. I don't know. Anyhow, I hope this video brought you a little bit of value. I just wanted to share with you my experience, how I got it wrong, and why it's important to know the difference between engine temperature and oil temperature. The ECM on your Harley, I don't believe will report oil temp. It'll only do engine temp, and I think it does two different ones, like cylinder temperature and then it's like engine temperature. And I'm not very clear on the two temps differences, but they're actually two separate sensors, but there isn't one for oil temp. So if you want your oil temp, get the dipstick, make sure you're educated, and that way you know exactly what it is you're looking at and you don't go chasing a ghost like I was. All right, so until my next video post, I hope to see you in the wind.